Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today. You know what, Reid? You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the Nest.
Game day for your Edmonton Elks in Winnipeg to take on the Blue Bombers. We're with you until 5:30. At 5:30, it's the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with my co-host Jason Milne. He'll be joined by Matthew Awanek. Yeah, the game at 6:30, and then Jay and Matt are on right after the game for the Green and Gold post-game show. The Elks looking for their first win in Winnipeg since June 14th, 2018. They have lost 7 straight games in Winnipeg. Now, you probably remember the last time the Elks won in Winnipeg. Well, maybe you're thinking there, like, come on, Reid, I can't remember every game. Let me tell you about it. It was the lightning delay game. You got to remember this one. The Elks won 33-30 on a late 44-yard field goal, 8 seconds left by Sean White. The Elks had tied it with a touchdown and a 2-point convert with about a minute to go. Michael Riley was the quarterback. Nate Bahar was remember him? He caught that 2-point convert right at the back of the end zone. Darrell Walker had a big game in that one. He had I think it was a 101-yard touchdown. I'm just going back here over the game story. Riley was 32 for 46 for 408 yards, 1 touchdown, and a pick. It was a 101-yard touchdown to Darrell Walker. Of course, Riley also ran it 11 times for 43 yards. This game was twice delayed by lightning. So it started at 7:35 Central Time, so 6:35 here in Edmonton. It ended at 1:17 in the morning in Winnipeg, so 12:17, 17 after midnight here at Edmonton. 5 hours and 42 minutes was the total time of the game. From start to finish. There were 2 lightning delays for a total of 2 hours and 55 minutes. Like, I remember watching this, and then you're waiting, and at the time I might have even gone on, Ched, during the, they might have had me on. I can't even remember. I remember there was a couple lightning delays I went on.
Oh, interesting.
Because you got all this, you got halftime plus 2 other extended breaks. So that was a weird game. The Esks at the time pulled it out. The longest game in CFL history. Do you know what it is off the top of your head? I mean, random quiz.
The longest game.
So in terms of how long it took to play.
Is it recent?
No, it's the Fog Bowl.
Okay.
The 1962 Grey Cup.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's it started on December 1st and finished on December 2nd. It was suspended with 9:29 left in the fourth quarter because of fog. Winnipeg beat Hamilton 28-27. So, yeah, there was a delay about halfway through the second quarter with Edmonton leading 17-7. That delay lasted 83 minutes. The game restarted at 5-10 in Winnipeg. And then it stopped with a minute 24 remaining in the second quarter. Edmonton was up 19-14. I'm guessing, they didn't do halftime. Sorry, they didn't do halftime because they resumed the game with, in the last couple minutes of the first half. So they didn't have a halftime break. The second delay was 92 minutes. So they played till past 1 in the morning Winnipeg time. Strevler was the quarterback for Winnipeg. This was a big day for him. 15 for 28 for 178 yards and 2 picks. I mean, he's won games where he hardly threw the ball at all.
So who was the running back then?
For Edmonton,
Edmonton and Winnipeg.
Okay, I don't have the box score. Let me see if I can get it.
June 14th, 2018.
Yeah, June 14th, 2018. Who was the running back? Was Harris still on Winnipeg?
Probably yes.
I don't know if the CFL website has the stats. Let me see here. I don't know if you ever have noticed this. The CFL website always doesn't have the... Well, you can watch the whole game on YouTube, looks like here. Yeah, I don't see the full stats, though, unfortunately. So anyway, how many of you remember that game? I certainly do. So there we go.
Yeah, they don't have the stats for it still, but...
Vincenzo says, was it Gable? No, I think Gable was way long ago. Wasn't Gable like in 05? CJ Gable? No, that was Troy Davis. No. I don't know. Maybe it was Gable. I don't know. All right. Hopefully this game doesn't take that long to play. Though it could be raining, right?
Well, I looked
what's the
again
latest?
Earlier today, and it looks to be sunny. Yesterday, it was raining.
Okay.
But it looks to be sunny, 24 degrees. That's what it is currently. So they're not expecting rain this evening.
Okay.
60% chance of showers in the afternoon with a risk of thunderstorm.
Okay, wait a minute. Here's 2018 CFL season schedule and scores. Oh, we might have it. We might have it. Hang on. And that might have been the first game of the season. Where were we here? Yeah, that was the very first game, not just of the Elks season. That was the very first game of the CFL season. All right. Does it have stats? So I've clicked on the game center from that game, and all it has is a picture of the field.
Yeah, I know.
And the only option to close, you went there. So it's kind of like, come on, just take it down if you're not going to have the stats.
Why not? Or at least
just
have
erase
the
the season or keep the stats.
Like, that's one thing
I mean,
that the CFL...
you can go get box scores from NHL games from the 30s.
Reid, you should see the CFL
it's almost the 30s
stats, live stats that we in the media have access to. I have no idea why they don't allow that to just be opened up to everybody.
Right.
Why? Why are you hiding it from your fans?
Yeah, I mean, of all, that's another thing the commissioner should be looking at. Archive the games. Just archive the stats for the games so people like us who want to talk about something can go back and look and be like, oh, yeah, that's when that guy had that big game. Instead of just like, well, you can find the score, but good luck finding anything else. Okay. Oh, that's final stats. No, that's not it. No, I don't know. We could probably find it if we dug hard enough for it, but we don't have it. So anyway, Elks in Winnipeg tonight. As you know, the Elks are 2-0. The Bombers, coming off a bye, are 1-1. I think the fact that Winnipeg has had the rest here might be a thing that tilts this in their favor, but man, oh man, it would be huge if the Elks could get to 3-0. Saskatchewan, of course, the only other undefeated team in the CFL, and we're only in week 4. We're happy to hear from you this afternoon. You can text us at 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget, 50% off all menu items at Tap 25 at River Cree Resort and Casino. That is 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. 50% off the entire menu, rivercreeresort.com, 780-218-9999. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. Limericks about Winnipeg. How about that? Have we done this before? Well,
we'll do it again.
Who cares if we do it again? Hey, we're going to repeat ourselves eventually. Hopefully we keep doing this long enough. Limericks about Winnipeg, the city, their sports teams, things that you say about Winnipeg, things associated with Winnipeg, wherever you want to go with that. If you're on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, thanks for getting us there. We just ask you, spread the word about EST. I think this is a battle we're going to have to fight as long as we're doing this, getting people to stream on their phone. We know a lot of people do it, but we still run into people, I could never figure out how to use my phone to listen to you guys. Well, if you can click an app, if you can open your, what was that, Bird Blast? Angry Birds? What was that called, Coop? If you can open an app to play Bird Blast.
Yeah, if you're playing Candy Crush or your Angry Birds.
Candy Blast.
Yes, the Candy Blasters.
If you can open,
what about Flappy Bird?
If you can open your that app, you can open iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and listen to Edmonton Sports Talk. So just help people out if they're having trouble finding that on their phone. We're also on good old YouTube. The channel is Edmonton Sports Talk. Subscribe to it if you haven't already. And sometime over the course of this show, we'll do it sooner rather than later. Please smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb.
Sean Bell's going to join us at 4 o'clock. We also will go over some comments made by Connor McDavid today. He did separate interviews with Mark Spector from Sportsnet and with Ryan Rashog from TSN. So we'll dive into those in the wake of the Mike Babcock hiring. Our COO here at EST, Matthew Iwanek, will join us to talk a little bit about the Elks, and we'll have some other fun topics. One topic related to a topic we had yesterday, which was actually the off-topic topic. But we'll get... Oh, hang on.
Oh, breaking news?
Yeah, sorry, Jay, I just got to get this here. Okay. All right, we go. Sorry, I got a World Cup update. Actually, okay. I believe a goal has been scored. This is from Group F in Springfield. Group F in Springfield. Homer. Marge. Bart. Cowabunga, dude, with this daring dash. Lisa. Maggie. Mr. Burns. Now Mo Zizlak! Oh, a flaming Mo indeed. A stiff shot that would knock Barney right off his stool. Even Hugh Jass stands and applauds. And this is not a prank call by Mo Zizlak.
Oh, yeah. Feed that to me. Feed me, Seymour. Mo Zizlak.
Yeah, did you know that was his last name?
I did. The Flaming Mo
was the drink. That's an early episode, one of the best
didn't
episodes.
It start as the Flaming Homer?
Yes, and Mo stole it.
Stole it from Homer.
Do you remember the secret ingredient?
No.
Krusty the Clown cough syrup.
So that was like, because don't kids drink cough syrup now?
To get high?
Like, isn't it called like scissor or something?
Sure. Yeah. There's some in the last.
Sure.
I've
never heard of this.
Yeah,
what are you talking about, Jay?
More like
just so we put this under the counter here.
Scissorp, never heard of her. Yeah.
Isn't that what kids do? Is they mix it with like Sprite or something?
That's what a bunch of the rappers in the past 10 years.
Oh, okay. So grown men, not kids.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can view them that way.
So there is Flaming Mo.
So it's become the Simpsons predicted the future
yet
Flaming
again. Mo, that sent him into stardom.
Yeah,
right?
It became like this hot club, and that was the one where Bart prank called for Hugh Jass, and Hugh Jass was actually in the. He's like, "Hello, this is Hugh Jass," like as opposed to him never.
Oh my
being
gosh,
there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was from Group F in Springfield. So we got the World Cup update. All right, I got to read you this tweet here, Jay, from Korea Football News. In a post-match press conference, a Korean journalist asked the Korean coach if the squad had food poisoning because otherwise this performance makes 0 sense.
Oh, ouch. Well, that's putting it
Am I going to have to try that with Babcock at some point? Just wondering if the team's got diarrhea because I can't see them playing this bad if they're healthy.
Yeah. That would go over. But don't worry, Reid. This team won't perform like that.
Well, you never know.
Well,
I found that I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Like just saying, well, you lost, but you you
what
must
was the answer
sick.
from the coach?
I didn't. You know what? Iwanek just sent me this. I didn't even see the answer. I just thought that was funny enough.
Yeah, the Flaming Mo is essentially scissorp.
It's called lean, Jay.
Lean.
Yeah.
What?
The it's not the scissorp. The cross.
So what is it? It's
a flaming Mo.
But a flaming Mo I think still had alcohol in it, but the special ingredient was the cough syrup.
Wasn't the Flaming Mo a beer with?
No, it was a bunch of hard liquor, I think.
And would it always blow up?
You lit it on fire at the end. This is the special ingredient. Flaming Mo ingredients. Twitter will have everything. This is supposed to have. Hang on. Is this real? Brandy, peppermint schnapps, some kind of gin, blackberry liqueur, strawberry juice, and rum. I don't know if that's real or that's what somebody made it with. But yeah, it had alcohol, and then it had the cough syrup, and then you lit it on fire at the end, I believe. So anyway, close enough. So what's in scissorp?
Do we want to? Well, the anchoring point.
Does it
main
have
ingredients-
alcohol?
No, it is just cough syrup. I don't
And
know
what?
if we have to. Do we want to get into the whole way that it's made? I mean,
What do you mean?
Is it
bad?
perverted? Like, what's going on?
No, it's nothing crazy. I mean,
You're making it sound like it's quite
Sure.
crazy and secret. Or Jay and I, are we too unky to know?
well, from my
Unks
understanding,
can't know?
there's two main ingredients. It's just cough syrup and Jolly Ranchers.
like,
But like
Quite
what?
literally. Yeah.
Cough syrup is so.
why would you?
It's so thick. Like,
Yeah.
would you put Sprite
So
with
you
it?
crack you?
Yeah,
crack
sometimes.
Up. Jolly Ranchers are hard, aren't they?
Yeah.
Reid,
well,
none
no,
of
you
this
don't.
makes sense.
You, don't, you just
None
put them
of
in
this
there.
makes
It's
sense.
for the
So weird.
sugary.
Hey, why don't you throw a Tide Pod in there while you're at it?
Yeah. well, how about this? For tomorrow, maybe we make some on air. I'm just kidding.
Well, we could.
Well, maybe just the Jolly Rancher and Sprite. That's a pretty good mix. You don't need anything else. Anything else. Just a bit of sweetener is basically what it is there for. You don't crush it up or anything. You just
That is
plop
all
them
right.
in. Yep, with some
Have
ice.
you done this?
No.
Okay.
I just know
But kids are doing it, like under 12.
not that young. No.
Okay.
No. Just rappers.
But why? Like, is it sweet? Like, there's a
Reed, it's because you get high from the codeine.
So there is
in the cough syrup.
in the cough
exactly.
syrup.
Oh,
It's
okay.
codeine with Sprite and Jolly Ranchers in ice.
I have no idea.
Sprite. How many ingredients are you going to keep
Yeah,
adding?
hey,
Coop?
Coop. What,
There's
get the
variants.
story you hiding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you know?
maybe you
okay.
had a scissor
He's-
before the show.
He's probably
No.
slipping us some every day, and we
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah, that's why.
How do we know?
That's
these
why we
shows
don't
have
have any
been so
brain
fired
cells.
up. Well, okay, there's a SoundCloud era of rap that happened around 2016 to 2019, and that was massively popular in those 3 years. That.
All right. Well, I've
Scissor.
learned something today.
Yeah. Search it up.
Hopefully, I didn't push out too much knowledge to add that. Let's get to the afternoon headlines. Presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Captain Connie says he's excited about Big Shot Babs running the locals. Hey, Babs, your wife called. She said to pick up a penalty kill. Canada will play South Africa in the Footy Fest. For some reason, the game is in Los Angeles. Hey, Jason Mill, is that Hollywood in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? And this is all part of the knockout stage, which is different than my niece Tina. She's in the knocked up stage. I'm Chet Palmer. He has no qualms about airing his
Wow.
family's dirty laundry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chet,
It's
you're a bad boy.
It's more like cathartic venting about his family report than a sports report some days. You might have to talk to him. Well, it's a Wannick's job.
TMI. TMI, Chet. I do like the Hollywood. Like that one. Okay, thanks, Chet, for finally, making sense of what's in my pocket, other than just taking a cheap shot. Like suggesting I have a Toblerone in my pocket or something like that. Yeah, I agree, Barry the Cheater. Chet's getting a little racy lately.
Well, he's got his own style. He's got his own style.
Well, Big Uke does make a good point. Maybe he's excited for Tina.
Yeah, we shouldn't. And we don't know if the situation.
Right.
We don't know the situation. He's just making a comparison between two different phrases that have the word knock in them.
He could be a very happy uncle, a very proud uncle,
Yes, absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he was like, how can I work? How can I congratulate Tina
Right.
on her pregnancy in my sportscast?
Congrats, Tina.
That could have been it.
I'd imagine she's listening.
Yeah. All right. That was the afternoon headlines for 100.3 The Bear. Stream them on iHeart today. All right. Well, as most of you know, I am a failure.
Whoa. Slow down.
On this show yesterday, for the off-topic topic for William Huff, since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536. I took, over the course of the show, the 30 question test to that a person would have to take to get their learner's permit.
Yes.
Okay. So Jay, you have a child studying for this?
Yes.
And there are online tests that compile real questions or helpful questions.
Correct.
So Coop put them on the screen. I went through them, and I got 24 out of 30. I was one below the passing grade. I do think that, now I did not study. I did not know what the questions were going to be like. Clearly, there were at least a couple questions that if I'd studied and just memorized information, I would have got right. But hey, some things I didn't really know or I didn't understand well enough, but I failed. I failed live on air. And now I got to wear that. I mean, the first thing Dustin asked me today on my Thursday morning hit on the Nielsen show with Lieutenant Eric was you failed your learner's permit test. You know?
Don't beat yourself up.
No, it's really fine.
Yeah.
So our off-topic topic today for William Huff is we want a horror story centered around taking an exam. So either, you forgot, you were late, it could be a written test, could be a practical exam, could be your driving test. It doesn't just have to be a test in school. It could be to get your pilot's license, whatever. But a horror story around a test. Doesn't even have to be a test you failed, or it could be a funny story. Something like that, like a weird story, a sad story, unusual story, memorable story about taking...
sad story?
Sad story about taking some sort of test. I have a bit of a weird story. And
I'm not surprised.
I don't know why I have always remembered this, because it was probably grade 8 or 9.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was still junior high. And I don't remember it was probably a science class. It was Mr. Germscheid was the teacher. I still remember that. And I don't remember what happened, because I don't think I was involved in it. I think it was something 3 or 4 of my classmates did. And it wasn't done maliciously, but they hid like his binder or his mark book or his keys or something like that.
Sure.
I think it was some sort of books, and it was a kind of a pain in the butt for him, and he had to find them, and they were like, we hid them, and it took you a while to find them. So, most of the class wasn't involved in it, but we were all sort of somewhat aware of it and probably had a laugh about it at some point. So a few days after this, Mr. Germscheid walks in, and he's like, okay, we got a test today, everybody. And we're all like, no, we don't. No, we're doing a test today. We're doing it right now. Let's go. And he's really like frantic. Like we're going. So he goes around and he hands out the tests. Like he's like, let's go. I'm going to start the clock. Different. Like this is not how tests were done. And I had a routine when I took a test in school. I would always just flip through the pages, just kind of see how many pages are, take a quick glance at some of the questions, kind of gauge how long it might take. I always did that. And he's just going. So I did it, but I did it really fast. And he's like, okay, everybody, I'm timing you. Let's go. Start page 1. And then, I think it was math or science. So you probably had formulas or stuff you have to read and figure out. And then he was like, okay, time's up on page 1. Flip to page 2. And people are like, we haven't finished. He's like, flip to page 2. Let's go. And we're like, what? Like, everybody's like, what is going on? So he does this for 3 or 4 pages, okay? Because there was, probably, I don't know, there was a stack of pages. And then he says, okay, everybody flip to the last page. Flip to the last page and read the last thing on the page. And you flip to the last page. And it said, hey, Science 8 or Science 9 or whatever. Hope you enjoyed doing this test as much as I did trying to find my books the other day.
Oh,
so it was a fake. It was a fake test. And then I remember going up to him after the class. I said, I always flip through a test when I get it. And he goes, I know, I've seen you do that. And I was worried you were going to spot it. And he was like, I saw you do it today. That's why I was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant. Good for the teacher. Teacher 1, students 0.
Yeah,
I
remember that. I thought that was pretty good.
That was a great story. When you brought this off-topic topic for William Huff up in the boardroom, Reid, this is something that I've had for several years, maybe even 15 or so years. Okay, I'll have a dream. Probably on a monthly, maybe bi-monthly basis.
That often? Wow.
Yes. And it's the same dream. Same but different. But essentially, I am going into a university final at the U of A. Okay. And for whatever reason, it's usually somewhere around Hub Mall. Like this is how vivid this dream is.
Okay.
And I am completely unprepared. Like I haven't gone to a single class. I don't have notes. It's
You
like
don't even
I
have a pencil.
It's like I was being a
You have it that often
mischievous student, and I just skipped class the whole semester. And then, oh shoot, I got this final.
still. Right.
And I've never seen the test. I've never written it, but I've had that fear that geez, I really screwed up feeling in my dream. And then I wake up and it's like, oh, whew, thank God. I'm a professional now. I don't have to take tests.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have this reoccurring
very
dream
vivid.
about being unprepared for a final at university.
Yeah.
So that's the closest thing I
I
would
think
have.
I've had dreams like that, but certainly not as often and this deep into my life. Like you got to put that behind you.
Well,
You might need to speak to somebody.
Yeah, maybe I should speak to you. It's actually a very relieving dream when I wake
Well,
up.
once you realize that's
Once I
I'm
realize
not in that
I'm not
state of my life anymore.
An idiot. I didn't skip class. I did, because I was a pretty good student. But yeah, it is an awful feeling being unprepared for a test.
Yeah.
Oof.
Sheesh in the Nazi chat, while at U of A taking a math test in calculus at the Butterdome, and because sometimes you'd write a test. I wrote
Right.
one in the arena
Hundreds
once.
of desks.
Yeah, and it's different classes. Like
Yeah.
if you're in this class, find this part. A girl freaked out halfway in and collapsed. The ambulance came in, was crazy loud, and there were many people, but we all had to continue writing it. It was wild. Wow. That would be weird and unfortunate for the young lady that collapsed. That's something.
Did you see Big Dukes?
No, where is
While
it?
writing our English diplomas, one of our vice principals who was watching over the test had a heart attack.
Oh my God.
In the middle of the test they were writing. He survived, but they all had to finish their tests.
Oh my God.
That would be awful.
Okay, we got to thank Bronco Nick. Thanks to footballdb.com. He found a box score for Edmonton Winnipeg, June 14th, 2018. The running back was CJ Gable. Here are players who caught passes for the EEs. Walker, Gable, Stafford, Hazelton, Williams, Bahar, McCarty, and Smith, Jameel Smith. I don't even remember him. Nateyajay was targeted, but did not have a reception. Walker had 8 catches for 176 yards. Bombers had Dembski, Dressler, Adams, Harris,
It was
Wolotarski,
Harris, yeah.
and Bowman catching passes. So thank you very much, Bronco Nick. That is amazing work.
Scott on a hotel balcony in Beaumont's checked in on the River Cree Resort and Casino Inbox.
Nice
780
day to be on the belt.
218-9999. I was doing a grade 12 departmental exam in Social 30. It was a 9 a.m. test, but I went on a bender the night before and totally slept in. My teacher phoned my house and my mom had to drag me out of bed and get me to school.
Oh, my goodness.
I yacked twice while writing it, but still got an 88.
Good.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. All right. That's kind of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is Ecuador, Germany.
Yes.
What a color matchup, jersey-wise. But what is up with Germany's jerseys?
Germany has light blue and dark blue. They're the Argos.
No, like it's like a aqua and like teals. Like, what about that jersey says anything about Germany?
It's probably their third kit.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
It's 1-1 in the 68th minute. We, of course, are coming to you from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Afternoons just got a serious upgrade at the Canadian Brewhouse happy hour, running Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. Sean Bell at 4 o'clock. Jay's play of the day in the next half hour. We'll talk about the Connor McDavid comments. We'll tee up the Elks and the Bombers. Here's a sports update with Zachary Kubish.
The Elks and Bombers are in action tonight out in Winnipeg. Elks looking to improve to 3-0 on this season. Bombers with a 1-1 record entering play today. Receiver Carter Kettle is in the lineup for Edmonton, while linebacker Nick Anderson is sidelined, being placed on the 6-game injured list. It's Brock Mogensen taking Anderson's starting spot. Catch Matt Iwanek and Jay Milne on the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. They set you up for the action. Tune in starting at 5:30 right here on EST. A pair of games live over in World Cup action. Ecuador, Germany 1-1 in the 70th minute. 69th minute, Curacao is down 2-0 to Ivory Coast. And another move was made in the NHL. Valerie Nichushkin on the move from Colorado to Columbus for a second-round pick in this weekend's draft, a third-rounder in 2027, and a fifth-round pick the year after. In Toronto, it's the Jays and Rangers starting a 4-game series. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto. Texas countering with Mackenzie Gore. First pitch scheduled just after 5 o'clock, and there's just one game live. Currently, it's the Giants doubling up the Athletics 4-2. Bottom 6th inning for the Raptors. According to multiple sources, Toronto, they've picked up their team option on Jamal Shed, worth over $2 million for next season. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time today. More with Reid Wilkins, Jay Milne following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Two guys and a goalie.
Great questions. Great. According to Mike, they were great questions.
They were unbelievable.
He said that a lot. There's a lot to unpack here.
Any of them.
But yeah, well, my God. He does not seem like a changed man. He's a brilliant X's and O's guy. That's what everybody said. There was zero accountability for anything that had happened in the past.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh. Emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Okay, hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. Sunny for the time being. I think we're getting more rain here coming up.
This is good. This is enough. We've had it.
Enough sun.
No.
Oh, enough rain.
No.
I'm sorry.
Enough
I
rain.
thought you were fed up with the 2 days of sunshine.
No, we need sunshine. Like every weekend thus far.
Yeah, it's been a very rainy. It's been a very. I told.
How am I supposed to do things outside?
Dustin put out a call for a couple people to fill a couple tea times with him and a buddy on Sunday afternoon, and I said I would go. But I texted him today. I said if it is raining or even wet from rain, I am not golfing. I will just watch Canada soccer.
Golfing in the rain is not fun.
No, I'm pretty much a fair weather golfer. I mean, sometimes if you go out and it's nice and you might get rained on a bit or late in the round, I can live with that. And sure, like I hate golfing the day, like the morning after heavy rain, because you'll be, if I actually would hit a good shot and would be in the fairway, and then you hit from the fairway and you just get the spray all over you, right? Even off parts that aren't, low standing or actual puddles. So yeah, I may or may not be golfing on Sunday. I will be golfing in our tournament.
Off-topic topic for William Huff. Nightmare test scenario.
Right.
Andrea says, I took myself down to the registry's office by myself on my 14th birthday and wrote my learners and passed first try. I still like that I went completely by myself.
Yeah, that is a memorable story. It doesn't have to be a nightmare story.
That's
an awesome memory.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really good.
Is that Andrea?
That's Andrea.
Andrea?
Just wondering if it's the Andrea that we see a lot with Jason.
I don't know. Maybe.
But if it doesn't have to be, just wondering, because I saw them at the Elks game on Saturday.
Yes, I did too.
On the way in.
Atif says, I'm in enjoying my day, getting ready to head to River Cree to watch Honey Mood Suit.
That's not what it says.
Honey Mood Suit.
Well,
yeah, Honey Mood.
We know what he means.
He's in the mood.
We know what he means. Honey Mood Suit.
I believe he means honeymoon suite. He said, just had a flashback to writing a final in the Nate gym and the fire alarm went off. We had to clear the gym and then came back and refocus on the final.
Oh, geez, that would suck.
That's always a nightmare for me personally. Anytime you just had to get set for the final. Now, I understand most people probably had the same sort of nightmare. I just hated having to do it in this such big open space in a gymnasium.
Yeah, I don't recall having to do that as much. Like a lot of our finals were written in like Torrey Hall, like at the university campus, which was a massive lecture hall.
Right.
But
oh yeah, that was a big one.
Now, did you guys?
I don't recall writing any finals in the Butterdome.
I think I did. I think I did and I did Claire. I'm pretty sure I did Claire Drake Arena. Like they covered the ice. I think it was a December exam.
Yeah, I remember in Main Gym and Claire Drake, there'd be
I don't know if I did Main Gym, but I think I did the Butterdome.
This is interesting. Bones says, I worked concrete for a long time, so the only days off were rainy days. Played tons of wet rounds. Right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, you got to...
Yeah, see, I'm not... Especially these days, I don't golf as much, so I figure if I'm going, I'm going to only go if it's nice. And hey, like Canada, South Africa is at 1 o'clock. Do we got a goal here? Ecuador up 2-1 on Germany in the 78th minute. Oh, people in the chat are ahead of us. That's okay. Well, they are going nuts. Where is this game, Coop?
Yeah, let me confirm.
This is in New York. I can tell by the scoreboard.
New York.
Oh, okay.
From New York.
Well, it's actually in New Jersey, or as it says on the side, New York, New Jersey, which is not an actual place.
That's not a real place. I must say, when you look, the only reason I knew right away that was MetLife Stadium is because of the massive scoreboards at the one ends.
Oh, okay.
But you wouldn't know they do a good job of hiding everything.
Well, but they do have the digital board at midfield, but yeah.
Right, but you would not know that's MetLife
no, you can't.
Stadium.
No. That stadium that I can't remember if it was the Mexico City Stadium or another one there. It looks incredible. Like the stands are close to the seats, but the front rows they're raised up a little bit, but you can tell it's built purely for soccer.
Look at this goal, Reid.
Oh, he's right in front of the goalie.
Just picked it off.
Flicked it right. Like the goalie's thinking he's going to catch that. And the Ecuadorian player is that going to count? Because he actually kicks the goalie's hand.
I don't know. Is it under review?
I think it's going to stand. Reid Lowe in the Nasty Chat. Is there an update on your CFL fantasy teams?
Oh, I got to make my pick.
I am in last place in our in the league we started. I am the only 0-3 team, and I am the lowest scoring team by a wide margin. I think somebody 3-0.
I am. My team is a wagon.
Nice. Okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, I'm 3-0. I'm sitting currently first in the league. I've got 333 total fantasy football points. You have 156.
Terrible. And I think I have Ouellette, and he's out tomorrow now, isn't he? I think I got to make a change. All right.
I'm taking on Dusty this week.
Good guy.
I better check my roster, Reid.
Portions of this hour presented by Commonwealth Stadium. The inaugural World Rugby Nations Cup brings world-class rugby back to Edmonton over 2 thrilling weekends this July at Clark Stadium. Canada starts it off against Spain on July 4th. The following weekend on July 11th, fans are going to get a double-header of rugby action. Tonga comes into town to take on Spain, and Canada will duel with Portugal in the second match of the day. And tickets, of course, are available at ticketmaster.ca. Commonwealth Stadium presenting portions of this hour and the Green and Gold kickoff and post-game shows, which you will get tonight at 5:30 and after the game, respectively. All right, so the Elks go into this one 2-0, pretty solid performance against Ottawa, fought back a couple times. I mean, they fought back against Montreal and then fought back after Montreal fought back. How, in your mind, Jay, in your mind, and you played the sport at a pretty high level, how much of a factor is the short week versus a bye week team?
See, I've always had a strange thought on the bye week. I'm not a fan of a bye week. I think there's too many outside things pulling at players. They're not necessarily focused or dialed in. It really could go two ways. Like, you could have rust. And keep in mind, like, the Elks went into their bye week off a win. Winnipeg went into their bye week after a loss.
Right.
So I think that totally sets a different tone for said bye week. I like a short week, especially after a win like the Elks had against one of the top team in the CFL in Montreal. Get back on the field. And Bart Killam, who was on the show yesterday, said that they had already done prep prior to for Winnipeg because they knew they'd have a short week. So the preparation is all there. But I think for the Elks coming off of this short week after a big, put a stamp on it victory against the Alouettes, I think that's the best thing for them.
They just want to keep rolling.
I am concerned though, Reid. I must say, I was more confident with the Elks heading to Winnipeg earlier this week than I am right now. And the main reason for that is the Elks' run defense. The Elks have not faced a running back like Brady Oliveira. They've given up 225 yards in 2 games. Okay, so that's 112.5 yards per game.
Right.
And that's not against Brady Oliveira. Right. Brady Oliveira could have a big night tonight, but Justin Rankin is a game changer. Now, is Justin Rankin going to be able to do this 18 games in a row or 18 weeks?
Right.
Probably not. But if he can pop off a little bit, I think the Elks can hang in there. And Cody Fajardo in that receiving core have to get things going.
Right.
Like TJ Luther, Joshua Cephas.
That's been the weakest part of the overall
Absolutely.
game is the passing attack, right?
Austin Mack. Now, Reid, they have played in 2 monsoons. So we have to give them the benefit of the doubt in that instance. But tonight, if it's good weather, there's no excuses. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands. That's Austin Mack. That's Justin Rankin. And by all accounts, that's TJ Luther and Joshua Cephas.
I want to see more of these new guys then.
I want to see Joshua Cephas.
I know it was Luther that fumbled, but...
Yep. I want to see, like Joshua Cephas, I think, is scratching the surface. Joshua Cephas could be a game changer for this team, but he needs to get the ball. He had, I think, 2 attempts last game that were thrown his way.
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see what this Elks offense can do in a normal weather game.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Sean Bell's going to join us at 4 o'clock. We'll go over the Connor McDavid interviews. He did one with Mark Spector, one with Ryan Rishaug, courtesy TSN. We have a couple of clips from the interview with Ryan Rishaug as McDavid talked about, Babcock and DJ Smith coming in.
Everybody needs to be better. And as I said earlier, I believe that Babs and DJ and Farley and the coaching staff have the ability to make us better. So we're all on the same page. We all have the same understanding of what's going on the ice, the structure, and the accountability and the standard that is going to be set within the organization.
All right, we'll be diving into those remarks and others as we move through the afternoon. Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta is coming up. Once again, we check in with Zachary Kubish for an update.
The Elks and Bombers kick off from Winnipeg tonight. Edmonton looking to improve to 3-0 to keep their perfect record alive. Carter Kettle in the lineup for Edmonton. Linebacker Nick Anderson is sidelined, being placed on the 6-game injured list. Brock Mogensen to take Anderson's spot. Catch Matawanek, Jay Milne on the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. They get you set for action. Listen or watch the show starting at 5:30 right here on EST. 2 World Cup matches underway in the 86th minute. Ecuador now up 2-1 over Germany, while Curacao trails Ivory Coast 2-0 in the 85th minute. To the NHL, Valerie Nichushkin is on the move from Colorado to Columbus for a second-round pick in this weekend's draft, a third-rounder in 2027, and a fifth-round selection the year after. From Toronto, it's the Jays. Rangers kicking off a 4-game set. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto, Texas, countering with Mackenzie Gore. First pitch scheduled for 5:07. Right now, top of the 7th inning. Athletics down by 2 against the Giants at 4:40. The Astros and Tigers clash while the Phillies and Nationals meet shortly after. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. Jay's Play of the Day up next for Play Alberta. Stay tuned for that. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Oil Stream.
Connor Murphy gets basically almost the exact same deal as Dickinson, but $100,000 more. I do like the idea of Murphy going in and saying, "What's Dickinson getting?" "Well, I want 4.1." It's kind of funny how
$100,000 more.
It's sort of worked out.
Going online, seeing the immediate reaction.
What has the reaction been like?
I've seen a lot of people that have been like, "This is awesome."
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents.
Hi, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. Soccer is the world's game. The stadium is packed. To see it, to feel it, that's when I knew that we were on the right path to becoming a soccer nation.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Google is
one shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
learning. Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Got a limerick here from James. You didn't see this one, eh?
No.
Milne I'll start over. Milne woke up rather flustered. His wife said that he muttered, "I have no Grey Poupon. I will carry on and prevail to cut the mustard." That is random and amusing. The theme was Winnipeg. James was like, "You don't have to do the theme." James said, "I'm not doing the theme." He's writing a song, a limerick about you cutting the mustard. So there we go.
That's a good limerick.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Above average in the nasty chat. That's YouTube Trev.
I don't know who that is.
Is for some reason wants everybody to know he's getting his tan on.
Yes, thank you, Trev.
Trev, we don't care.
Well, I care.
I love you,
speak
Trev.
for me.
I'm kidding. Of course I care. Trev's coming to the girl's birthday party. He came last year.
He already said yes?
Well, he didn't, but he will.
Okay. Well,
You're putting him on the spot on air.
We had such a great time. I think we stayed up around the campfire till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
That wasn't Hot Tub Peekaboo, was it? That was a different day.
That was the Super Bowl or around that time. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Elks coming up at 6:30. The game is in Winnipeg. We will have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show at 5:30. James says, I missed the Limerick topic announcement. But again, James, it's cool. You don't have to. We always say you can do your own thing. We just guide you towards a topic if someone's feeling creative, but they don't have that spark to get started. We enjoyed your Limerick quite a bit. Very random and very funny. Okay. I don't know if this is going to cut the mustard, but let's see what we get.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day
is presented by Play Alberta. Remember, when you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. Really good website there, playalberta.ca/EST. You have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
Jay's play of the day is obviously going to the Elks game. And this is the beautiful thing about our partnership with Play Alberta. They're the best to do it. Is that everybody has their own say. Okay? So there's little subtle differences between several of the plays that are up there, but there's got to be 6 or 7 CFL plays on the board. That's fantastic. Thank you, Coob, for the 6-7 reminder. Is that a thing still? Are we done with that?
No, people still do it. My nieces still do it.
That'll be a thing forever.
I mean, when does it end?
Maybe in 6 or 7 years.
Coob, I like it. Jay's play of the day, Elks, money line, and Austin Mack to get a 3rd touchdown in his 3rd game in a row.
Oh, yeah, he has touchdowns in back-to-back games.
Yeah, he is a red zone target. I'd like to see them feed the ball to Austin 8, 9, 10 times tonight. Austin Mack has not went over 50 yards yet.
No.
He is due. Cody Fajardo needs to feed him the ball. Jordan Maksimic needs to call plays to get him the ball. He is a game changer. I heard somebody say Austin Mack isn't a number one receiver. No. Austin Mack is a number one receiver. This offense is not treating him like a number one receiver.
That catch he made in traffic on Saturday,
brilliant.
That was a beauty of a catch.
And that was a hell of a throw. Do it more. Do it more. That's all I'm going to say. So Elks money line, Austin Mack anytime touchdown. That has been boosted to plus 380. Also go and check out www.playalberta.ca/EST for more details and read. Always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
Okay, Sean Bell coming up in a few minutes. We're going to talk about the Oilers. It's been a busy week with Mike Babcock. Connor McDavid did a couple of interviews. Spoke to Ryan Rishaug from TSN, Mark Spector with Sportsnet. Some of the quotes here from the Spec article, asking what it's going to be like when Babcock is, being hard on McDavid or correcting his play. McDavid said, I know he alluded to the fact that it's easy to say in June, and it is easy to say in June. It might feel a little bit different when it's November, but we've all agreed that this is what we want. This is what we're looking for. I don't plan on having that happen to me very much, but when it does, it'll be deserved, and we'll move forward, and we'll learn from it. He said it's time to have that happen in Edmonton. It's time. McDavid also said, I'm excited about the challenge to be pushed by a coach because it's been a really long time in Edmonton. Interesting stuff. What did I say a few days ago? We're leading into this. That one way to look at this is that this is the summer of passing the buck in Edmonton. A lot of...
Do you think Connor McDavid's passing the buck?
Well,
saying,
okay, I think I said there's a lot of finger pointing.
Sure.
And who's the finger being pointed at?
Everybody that's not here anymore.
Well, Chris Knobloch. Yeah.
Well,
mostly. Yeah. Well, and I guess other past coaches too.
Every coach that Connor McDavid's had is what I think he's pointing the finger at.
Well, we'll talk more about that with Sean Bell. We got the Oil Understood coming up for GCL Diesel. Here's the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
It'd be pretty wild that Bill Zito in a week managed to add Brady Tkachuk and Connor Hellebuyck.
We said this morning, I looked at what they've got left for assets. I wanted to say there's a 100% chance they don't get Hellebuyck, but I couldn't say 100%.
If they're willing to move Lundell.
What else do you add to Lundell?
The one guy that I could see, and this goes to kind of what Drager had been saying, is Mikkola.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Wholesat, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path.
Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
On the road, the Elks look to improve to 3-0 on the season when they battle the Bombers. Receiver Carter Kettle in the lineup for Edmonton. Linebacker Nick Anderson is out, being placed on the 6-game injured list as Brock Mogensen taking his spot in the starting lineup. Catch Mattawanek J. Milne on the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff shows. They get you set for action. Tune in starting at 5:30 only on EST. And a pair of World Cup matches have wrapped up. Ivory Coast toppling Curacao 2-0, while Ecuador got by Germany 2-1 at 5 o'clock. Two other matches get going at Sweden and Japan hitting the pitch, while Tunisia and Netherlands play. Another move in the NHL. Valerie Nichushkin on the move from Colorado to Columbus for a second-round pick in this weekend's draft, a third-rounder in 2027, and a fifth-round selection the year after to Toronto. Jays Rangers kick off a 4-game set. Kevin Gausman up for Toronto. Texas countering with Mackenzie Gore. First pitch just after 5, and right now top of the 8th, the only game live in the majors. Giants up 6-4 on the Athletics. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Ecuador celebrating the win over Germany at the World Cup. Of course, that game between Canada and South Africa in the round of 32 is going to be Sunday at 1 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock Mountain Time. It's going to be played in Los Angeles. A lot to talk about, well, really all week long, but today we got an Elks game day. We got Connor McDavid making some comments about Mike Babcock. Here's another comment from the article on sportsnet.ca written by Mark Spector. Everybody in that room is going to have to sacrifice themselves. Everyone's got to take a little bit less so everybody can take a little bit more. As some of the best players in the world, we've always taken it upon ourselves to lead the charge on the ice. We want to take everything head on, take all the accountability, take everything possible. That doesn't leave much for anybody else. I still want to be the best player every single night, but that means it might look a little different, and I'm excited about that. Something that Connor McDavid said to Mark Spector today. Interesting times here in Oil Country to discuss that, and who knows what else. We're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. He joins us once a week. You get him on the Hangout. You get him on Hello Hockey. He's been on our pre- and post-game shows. And, of course, former NHL defenseman Sean Bell. Check it in. Bellsy, it's Reid and Jay. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, boys. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great. Never a shortage of things to talk about. Hey, buddy.
Apparently not.
Yeah. This is, well, I'll just say, what do you think? I mean, McDavid is talking. I think Draisaitl did an interview today. This is kind of odd, but what do you think about some of the things McDavid actually said?
I'm still trying to digest what he's been saying. Like the last clip that you just played, it almost is like he's now having the realization that you have to have a team to be successful. Like, that's what's coming to my brain. And I'm like, McDavid's not a dumb hockey player. He's a very smart, cerebral guy. And so I find it interesting that he's coming out with these comments. And is it Babcock that has basically said, like, you need to have a team around you to make sure that you're more successful? Like, why is it Babcock that's saying those things? They're really interesting comments. And part of what I'm thinking, and as I'm trying to digest these comments, is I think that he's just basically trying to show that he's all in on Babcock, because that's probably something that Babcock mentioned. It's something Stan Bowman's mentioned. It's something that we've all seen over the course of the year, that they need more buy-in from all their players, as opposed to, okay, we've got Leon, we've got Connor, we've got Hyman, we've got Nugent Hopkins, and those are the guys that are going to pull us along. Well, we know that that's not the case, right? So the comments they're interesting. I think he's trying to be calculated with what he's saying, but they're still coming across like, are you just figuring this out, Connor? Because we've all known this for a long time.
Sean Bell joining us here, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Bellsy, I mean, Spector had the article. He had the one-on-one with McDavid. Brian Rashog had a one-on-one phone call with Connor McDavid. It would appear as though Leon Draisaitl is speaking out as well. Is this odd? Is this strange that on June 25th, in the middle of the summer, I guess what I'm getting at, are the Oilers trying to continue doing damage control of the Mike Babcock hiring by getting their players out there speaking to media, which they never would do? They would never do this, but yet they've chosen to do it now. Is that? Do you find that as odd as I do, Sean?
I do, but I will die by it. Rashad said it. I've been saying it. It is a high risk, high reward scenario. Nobody is ever questioned whether or not Mike Babcock is a good coach when it comes to X and O's. But it always comes back to the conversation of, what kind of person are you? How do you treat your players? How do you treat your support staff? How do you treat the arena staff? Those are the questions that people have. And so for the fact that now you've gone out of your way to hire Mike Babcock, who, by the way, has been, well, let's call it unemployed since 2019, and nobody has decided to even remotely touch this guy, well, now all of a sudden you feel like you've got to justify this hire. And I think that's why there's a lot of guys that are speaking out. That's why the leadership group is coming out and they're saying, hey, well, we support him. We want him to be our coach. It's because it's a bit of a PR, let's calm down. We want this guy to be part of our organization because we think he's that good of a coach and we think he's a guy that's going to push us to get to where we want to go. The only question I have for you guys with that is, and I said it before, I think I said on the Hangout, Jay, is that am I a little bit worried that he's the only guy that can push Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl? That is a concerning thing to me. There's a lot of guys and a lot of coaches in the league that are really good. But you're trying to tell me that this is the only guy that can push you? Is there not a self push? Like I got a lot of questions to that. Yeah. And I don't understand why Mike Babcock's the only guy. But once again, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch it and I'm going to see how it plays out. But we've never questioned whether or not he was a good coach. We've questioned all the other things that come with Mike Babcock.
Bellsy, are you saying that it's surprising to hear the best hockey player in the world say or admit that he needs encouragement? Like, I guess for me, he's the best guy. He's at the height of his sport.
Yep.
It's surprising to me to say that, wait, you need the coach to tell you this? Like, I thought you're the best guy. I thought you're number one.
Jay, I say this with like trepidation because I don't want the backlash to be like, well, you think Connor sucks? No, I think Connor is the best player in the world. But I have concerns when you went to 2 Stanley Cup playoffs back-to-back. You lost in both of them, and you don't have the self-motivation to say, blank that, we're going to win this thing, we're going to will ourselves to win the next one, you got to bring Mike Babcock, who's been on the shelf since 2019, collecting dust, hanging out. That's the guy that's got to motivate you. Like, that is the thing that I go back and I hear the comments and I look at it, and I'm trying to be as impartial as possible, but I keep going back to this, like, why is he the only guy that can motivate you? Is there not any other coaches that are good motivators? Is there not other good coaches? I mean, I think we can all agree that coaches that are in the NHL are amongst the best coaches in the world. So why is he the guy and the only guy that can motivate you guys? That's the question that keeps coming up.
Sorry, Belzy.
Go. No, it's okay. It's
okay.
okay.
When Dickinson and Murphy did the availability on Monday, I said, Babcock's going to be your coach. What do you guys think about that? They kind of were like, we don't know, but I think it was Murphy especially said, we're veterans. We want to win. We know how to be coached. So bring it on. But I also wonder, and Belzy, you can tell me, maybe I'm thinking down a path that doesn't exist, but Leon, Connor, and Hyman were more involved in this hire than I think anybody thought they were going to be before Babcock's name came up. So is it possible a guy who's not a star player is going to be like, well, wait a minute, they picked the coach? Like, what's the hierarchy here? Like, I know they respect Connor and Leon. Like, everything I hear is that they treat their teammates great. Like, I'm not saying there are issues, but I wonder if even in the back of some of their minds, a part of their minds they wouldn't admit exists. They're like, wait a minute, what's going on here? They hired the coach and now they're doing interviews about talking to him at a time.
I'm going to do you one better, Reid. Well, we keep talking about the leadership group. Okay, so we talk about Connor, we talk about Leon, we talk about Hyman. What about Bush? Was he not part of that? What's Bush thinking right about now? Like, Bush is like, if anybody's probably going to feel it, well, Bush is a guy that we consistently go back to and we go, okay, well, yeah, his defensive game is not great. He's awesome offensively, but he needs a lot of work defensively. You don't think that he's gonna feel it? So yeah, there's a depth guy that we all know and we've all heard about how they get treated by Babcock. And once again, I'm just going off of what I've heard from the past, and I hope that this guy has changed. I hope he's figured out how to treat people correctly. But at the same time, he's also said, well, I'm going to be harder on the star players. Well, sure, but how hard are you going to be on McDavid? How hard are you going to be on Draisaitl? How hard are you going to be on Hyman? Where those are the three guys that have helped, validate who you are, validate the fact that you are the coach. Bush should be in that same conversation as one of the leadership guys. And he's not even in that conversation. So how does he feel right now? And he's a big piece of the team.
Yeah, I mean, when this story first broke, we were speculating, okay, who was in on the call? Obviously, 97 and 29. Nurse probably would have been, but it appears he's out the door. We wondered Ekholm. We wondered Nugent. And Nugent Hopkins wears a letter. Hyman doesn't. Maybe Hyman will now if Nurse is gone. So, yeah, there's a lot of sort of unusual things about this. I haven't had you on. I know you were on the Hangout. I just want to get, if anything struck you about the Babcock availability on Tuesday. I mean, he and Bowman obviously did most of the talking. There wasn't a lot from DJ Smith.
Yeah, I just, I said on the Hangout, what did people expect? That this guy was going to come in and apologize? Mike Babcock is Mike Babcock, and he's unapologetic with what he did. And, I play a little bit of devil's advocate with, some of the stuff that he pulled, because at the time, when it's early 2000s into the 90s, all the coaches were hard asses. All the coaches did questionable stuff. All the coaches wore on people. And unfortunately for Mike Babcock, he was the guy that probably did the most of it. So am I blaming him for that? No. But what I'm sitting here and I will continue to question until somebody proves me otherwise, what is your character? Tell me how you treat your players. And I know, and trust me, I've had it myself where guys have gone at me. They've been borderline. They've walked that line of, being accountable versus being a POS. But he's always been on the other side. And a lot of people have come out and they've talked about, their I guess their experience with Mike Babcock, and none of it's positive. And that's the problem that I will consistently have until, once again, somebody proves me wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Sean Bell joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. It is an Elks game day. I mean, I guess from you, I want to get your sense of, I mean, they're already 2-0. I mean, they might lose tonight, but you're still 2-1. One of Calgary or BC is going to be 0-3. Mm-hmm. More so than maybe what you've seen from the team and from Rankin and all that. Maybe just the importance of actually not being in a chase position for the 6th consecutive year. And Fajardo getting a game ball after the game and saying, this team wins now. That's who we are. Still stuff to be proved there, but just looking at actually finally getting off with a couple wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's a psychological standpoint, right? Because if you go into the season and you go 0-2, all of a sudden in the back of your head, it becomes a situation where, like, oh man, like, again, we're losing again. And you start to do things that are not normal. You start to take penalties that you normally wouldn't because you're trying to force the issue. And the fact that they were able to get those wins gives them a level of confidence to say, hey, we can play with the big boys. We took care of guys that haven't lost in this league as starting quarterbacks. We have played really good football, and that confidence is massive for the psyche of a sports team. Because once you get over that hump, well, look at Carolina. What happened to Carolina? They didn't have the Florida Panthers in front of them. They knew what they had to do to get to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they were unbelievable. So it's no different for the Elks. Okay, you got a couple wins under your belt. You've been playing pretty good football. It's been back and forth. You've lost leads. You've got leads back. But the psyche of a team that has confidence is very, very important. So could I see them going 3-0? I could see them going 3-0 very, very easily.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'm so looking forward to this game tonight. Bellsy, looking forward to having you on again next week. Of course, we love talking to you. Great perspective, as always, on everything going on around the Edmonton Oilers. Enjoy your weekend, my friend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, nasties. Love you, boys.
There he is, the one and only Sean Bell. Love having him. I love how he thinks about stuff and the way he presents it. And this is... This is interesting stuff. I mean, you kind of referenced it, Jay. Often in the summer, if you wanted to interview a player, you would be told, come on, it's the summer. Now, I think with Rashog and Speck, they've obviously got a direct to McDavid. And remember, they had him in the fall when the contract signing was happening.
Yep.
I believe Leon was on Bob's show, which is an OEG-owned show, so Leon could have been...
When's Leon ever go on a show, Reid?
Well, good point. He was probably voluntold. Is that the term?
Well, I'm not saying
he was probably...
That's a bad thing for Leon. I'm just trying to make light of this, that the Oilers are putting pressure on this as well. And they are trying to say, no, all's well.
Yeah, and
which it may ultimately be, Reid.
You're right. I mean, I think because we got a lot. There's a lot of fan reaction for this. Like, it's all over the spectrum. Like we even get some people asking us not to talk about Mike Babcock, who are like, "Why is this a story? He's been hired. Leave him alone." Which is obviously insane to suggest that. If you are suggesting that, to people who don't like it, we've had people say they're going to start cheering for the team. I guess we'll see. But I think we have to recognize this. This is an unusual situation. I hope that even if you're a Mike Babcock supporter, you're reasonable enough to recognize this is an unusual situation. To hire a coach who's been out of the league for this long, to hire a coach who's had some of the noise around him, to hire a coach where you have to ask the league to do some sort of an investigation, and then to hire a coach where then you have to roll out your star players to be like, no, it's cool. Like, this is unusual. And then, I want you to ask yourself if if the Toronto Maple Leafs were doing this, if the Calgary Flames were doing this, if the New York Rangers were doing this, I think a lot of Oilers fans would be laughing at that club. Would be saying, look how weird they're being.
Look how they're trying to sell this.
Yes. And again, once he starts coaching, we'll talk about his coaching and it might work. But like this stuff happening today, I'm like, really? This is going on? 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Of course, go to rivercreeresort.com. Check out their entertainment calendar. Like, look what's coming up in July. You got Gowan, Strange Animal, 40th anniversary coming up on July 2nd. On July 5th, Ziggy Marley. David Lee Roth, he was in Van Halen. He's on July 10th. You can look how to get tickets and all that kind of stuff. rivercreeresort.com. All right, the Oil understood. When we get back, here's the Coob.
Week 4 CFL action begins in Winnipeg when the 2-0 Elks face the 1-1 Bombers. Edmonton receiver Carter Kettle is in the lineup, while linebacker Brock Mogensen takes the spot of the injured Nick Anderson to start. Jordan Matawana, J. Milne as they preview the matchup during the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. That goes live at 5:30 right here on EST. 4 matches left on today's World Cup slate. Sweden plays Japan at 5 o'clock. At that same time, Tunisia squares off against the Netherlands. Later on, the United States meets Turkey as Paraguay draws Australia. In other news, the Avalanche have shipped 31-year-old Russian Valery Nichushkin to the Blue Jackets for a 2nd, 3rd, and 5th round pick. In the majors, it's the Jays Rangers starting a 4-game series just after 5 o'clock. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Mackenzie Gore countering for Texas. And on right now, just 1 game live. Top of the 9th, Giants up by 1 over the Athletics at 4:40. The Astros take on the Tigers. And according to multiple reports, the Raptors have picked up their team option on Jamal Shed, worth over $2 million for next season. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. It doesn't start on game day. It starts before kickoff. Get your single game tickets today and be there for every hit, catch, and touchdown. Lock in your seats now at goelks.com/tickets. The Oil understood. Up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Stay tuned for that. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Gazdic, this is not a team that starts hot, whether that's for a game or a season. They get their backs against the wall early, and then they start swinging out of defense, and then they come flying out of nowhere. But how is this first couple months going to go? If they start 2-9-1, how's that room going to look? It's so important for them to get off on the right foot before any of this starts going sideways.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Here's to the beautiful lakes and stunning landscapes Canada has to offer. And for the kayak, camping gear, and summer toys you used to enjoy them? Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Happy Canada Day.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Must you click? Dun, da, da, da. Dun, da, da, da.
All right, that is the Thumb Click remix, as put together by local legend Zachary Kubish. Yes, click the thumbs up on YouTube if you haven't already. We try to get to at least 100 every show. This is an abbreviated Reid Wilkins show with Jay Milne today. Usually we're 3 to 6.
Why, Reid? Why?
But today we're 3 to 5:30. Now you have to keep working because at 5:30 it's the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show with you and Matthew Awanek.
I'm going to switch over to that seat.
Oh, you guys are switching chairs? Why?
This is Matty's seat.
Oh, he can't do. He's a one-seat guy.
No,
I don't
he's
see
the
his
host.
name on it. He's a one-seat guy.
He's the host.
So?
He wants to sit in his host spot.
All right. So you guys are 5:30 to 6:30. Elks at Bombers is at 6:30, and then you're on right after the game for the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold post-game show. But so give us the thumbs up. We got to get to 100 here half an hour sooner than usual. Pretty good pace, but don't be a pleasure delayer. Please get in there and click. We are in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Speaking of doing something before time runs out, remember you got until the end of the month to try the June flavor of the month.
5 days.
It's Maui pineapple, flame grilled wings tossed in a sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. Really good. We tried them back on June 1st or 2nd. Pat brought some in studio. We chowed down on them.
Fantastic.
Do the kids still say that? We chowed down?
I've said it. Yeah.
I heard Trev today on Two Guys and a Goalie say humdinger.
Oh, good. Good for
What
him.
does that
I thought
even
that
mean?
was
That's
That's a great term.
I haven't heard humdinger
That's going to be
in a
a
while.
humdinger.
Is that like a big thing that
That's a
happened?
good one. That's a good one.
It's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a humdinger. Yeah.
That's a really good one.
That's a really good song.
I
That's a
thought his
humdinger.
use of humdinger was a humdinger.
Now, Benny told me that if somebody does well at something, you're supposed to say that they ate or are eating.
Yeah, I think I may have brought that up as well.
Like if if I got like 4 birdies on the back 9,
you're eating.
You'd be
Yeah,
like,
you ate.
You ate on.
You ate that
Did
close up.
did I eat the back 9 or did I eat on the back 9?
You ate all over the back.
Yeah,
nine.
you're
I ate-
eating all of the back 9.
Oh wow,
That sounds like
okay.
a little bit different. Well, if you wore a really nice outfit, like, wow, you're well dressed today. You ate with that fit.
You ate with that fit.
Really?
Holy crap!
That seems too far.
Oh, hey,
Can't go
Unc,
far enough.
Hey, Unc, don't tell the kids how to talk.
Come on, bruh. Not even any scissorp over there? Huh.
My daughters are not allowed to use the word bro.
Why not, bro?
Well, they don't have any brothers.
No, but people say, like, kids of their age will just be like, bro,
or brah.
That's
Come on, bro.
big. Yeah, it's.
I mean, bro.
well,
Like, no,
another big
I'm
thing.
not your bro. Please use proper English.
Yeah, okay, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me an unc. I don't care.
It's a little different. We in Gen Z like saying like way too much.
Well, everybody does. I got it.
Yeah,
That's
a hard one.
thing.
That's a hard one.
We got another limerick here.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's do a limerick here quickly. So James has given us another limerick.
Limerick number 2.
Going with the Winnipeg theme. Building it in Canada's middle, why it exists is a riddle. Their mosquitoes are weighed in kilos to see if they're big or little.
Very good.
That is awesome. That's a really good one.
The off-topic topic for William Huff was a nightmare test scenario. I had a chuckle about this one. See if you get this right as the first time I read it.
I'm afraid I won't now, though.
Drove my son to write his learners and waited outside in the vehicle. A young kid drives up and parks beside me, gets out and goes into the registry office. When my son returned, he said that kid was writing his learner's test as well. Only in small town Alberta. See, I missed it the first time I read it as well.
Say it again.
Okay, listen closely. This is from Copper Girl. Drove my son to write his learners and waited outside in the vehicle.
Okay.
A young kid drives up and parks beside me.
Oh, so he does it. He's driving without even a permit.
He drove himself to his
learner's permit, not even
permit.
to get a license test. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like he drove himself.
That's pretty good. That's really good. That's a funny one. Let's dive into the oil understood for GCL Diesel. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years, and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right, let's get another clip here from Connor McDavid again. This is courtesy TSN and his interview with Ryan Rashog.
You know, if everything was perfect, we would have won by now, and obviously we haven't. So, again, definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and expecting the same result. We've tried it one way for a long, long time, and it hasn't gotten us the result we want. So we're going to try it a different way.
All right, so... Okay, so to me, and this is what's interesting about this. Like, he's basically saying that Woodcroft and Knobloch were not worthy coaches. Is he including Tippett? Like, Tippett was an experienced coach. I don't think Tippett was a softie. I mean, Hitch certainly wasn't, though they knew, I think, he wasn't going to be there for a while. And then before that, specifically McDavid had McClellan, who I think held players accountable, was coaching them at a different point in their career. I mean, they kind of hadn't risen to the point of being a contending team like they were the last few years. So is this like, I don't know, like in one hand, okay, McDavid's telling it like it is. On the other hand, why does he have to come out and basically say, our previous coaches sucked, we couldn't win with them, they didn't tell us what to do, they were too inexperienced, they tried a couple first-time coaches, yeah, we're beyond that. We're beyond that as players. We need an experienced coach to match our experience. So that's why it's time for Babcock. Is that kind of not what he's saying?
Essentially, yes. He's saying it was the coach's fault. We've never been coached properly. Right? And I guess this might be a little bit of a moment for Connor McDavid, too.
Is this a dig at Jeff Jackson, too?
I don't know. Well, maybe, I guess. But seriously, this might be Connor McDavid saying, look, I'm a part of this, too. Because the way that the Oilers have played is kind of the way that I've decided to play. And the way I've wanted to play. In that I'm the guy out there all the time. We're going nuclear. We're bringing Leon up with me. That's not working. So maybe this is Connor McDavid saying, I don't think he's just saying this is all on the coaches. This is also on the players. But they feel like they've got the guy who can unite them and get them moving in the same direction. And yeah, it might be Connor McDavid is not on the bench in the last 3 minutes of the period. Right? If he's not playing up to his standards that night.
I think he kind of is saying it's all on the coaching, Jay.
I'm trying to find a way that it's not, Reid, because the other side to this is to say, well, You're a professional athlete, dude. You're the best player in hockey right now. And you're saying you couldn't figure out a way to do this? You're the guy on that team.
Couple things in the Nest chat I want to read here. Scott says Connor sounds pissy now, and if he really believes in this, he should maybe sign a few more years of extension. Well, he can't do that till next summer. But I understand where Scott's coming from. Like, yeah, if you now believe in the team so much and this is what you wanted, then sign on. Sheesh says, can we all agree if this does not work with Babcock, then Connor is an uncoachable player? I mean, I think that's... Do I think he's uncoachable? No. I think if you've made the NHL, you're coachable. But having said that, I think that that's a fair discussion. And this is what I said. I kind of think Babcock has his butt covered a little bit here. Because he's like, Babcock comes out and says, I met with the players, and they said if you want the Mike Babcock experience, you're going to get it, and you better be ready for it. Okay, and then if it's December 15th and they're not playing well, Babcock can come out and say, I told them how I was going to coach them, and they said they'd be willing to do it, and they're not doing it. And Stan, where are my competent players, by the way?
Well, do you think Mike Babcock's the only one covering his ass here? Do you not think Stan Bowman could look at that and say, I mean, this is from Nature Boy. The whole thing has a very foul odor. When it turns into a tire fire, which it will, sketchy Stan Bowman will be all, don't blame me. I didn't pick the coach. The players did.
That's a good point.
That's a great point, Nature Boy.
Looney Len says, holy man, that's a lot of reading between the lines, guys. I heard we tried one way. We're trying another. That's it. Well, I appreciate that, Looney, but I mean,
that could be what
if I just brushed everything aside, I wouldn't have a talk show if I didn't talk about things. I think it's fair to talk about the fallout of this, the motivation for this. I think it's absolutely relevant. I mean, he is one of the most significant players in the NHL. He's Edmonton's most significant athlete at the moment. So his words carry weight and will be picked apart. I understand that, Looney Land. You could just boil it down to Connor saying, we tried inexperienced coaches. They didn't work. Now we're trying an experienced coach. If I don't think it's that simple, but I appreciate Looney pushing back on us talking about it. But I don't think it's quite that cut and dried.
Back to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Ivan the auctioneer says, I think Connor and Leon believe they got out-coached in the two finals. The only reason they made it there was because of 4 or 5 players. They need better X's and O's, and the balance of roster needs a better coach to get more out of them. They have to say they need to be pushed rather than saying the bottom 6 needs to be pushed.
Well, I think that...
So he's saying Connor is falling on the sword a bit here.
Okay.
For the benefit of the depth players on this roster.
Yeah. Well, they clearly soured on Knobloch the longer Knobloch was the coach, right?
Timber Woodsman, 2 goals away from the cup, then throw away the team and expect to win now? McDavid, look in the mirror. In the biggest game in your career, you didn't score to win. That's always going to be brought up.
Well, yeah, I'm not writing off McDavid's accomplishments because he didn't. I mean, there were only 3 goals scored in Game 7, so it was tough.
It is interesting, though, Reid, for people to question one of the most beloved athletes in Edmonton's history.
Well, and I've been saying this for weeks now.
Yeah,
that there's more willingness. I feel from the fan base to look at Connor and Leon and say, okay, are you going to step up? You know, can you though they have stepped up, but this is coming off a very disappointing year in which we know the story. The team never played well for an extended stretch. They never really defended well for maybe more than 2 or 3 games at a time. You know, Leon didn't have a great year. You know, even though Connor's point total was up there, it was wasn't one of his best years.
I mean, for Oilers fans, you should be. I would say this would want to make you run through a brick wall. We're just pointing out that it's just an interesting development. How this has all come together has been interesting. It's been great for the likes of little old EST. But yeah, if you think Connor McDavid is saying, yeah, we're on board, we want to change, we're gonna get through this, well, then that's great.
Yeah. McDavid is also saying in the Spectre article, Babs is different. He gives us a different personality, a different approach to our group, and an approach that we probably have never had. We tried it the same way for a really long time. Let's try it different. Yeah. We'll, it's just that all this is happening is it's very interesting, and I find it unusual. This doesn't happen with every coach that is hired. All I can speak to, another quote, all I can speak to is him being our head coach today, and we want Babs to come in and be hard on Leon and Nuge and Bush and Eki and Heisey and me. We want to push those guys, and we want him lifting up everybody else. That's what he's here to do. Okay, so fair enough. He thinks that Connor and Leon is basically saying, or Connor is basically saying it's that they had it too easy, I guess, with Knobloch and maybe with Woodcroft. Okay, we want to be pushed. We want to be held accountable. That's all fair. That's all fair. I mean, I just find this is very weird. We brought in Babs to be hard on me, McDavid also said, and Leon, the top guys. That's who we want to point the finger at. As the leaders of the team, we are always taking the temperatures of the room and assessing things. Of course, we're always watching. Okay. But yeah, I mean, it's they got to do it now. They got to do it.
Shawnzy says, okay, let's be real here. You have 5 to 7 players that played 70 to 80% of the minutes, and then you have the rest of the roster fighting for the scraps that are left over. How can you expect the rest of the roster to be as competitive as their counterpart on another team? It's frustrating watching this team and how the personnel is deployed.
And here's the thing. We don't ultimately know how Babcock is going to deploy these players. I can promise you that Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl will lead the forwards in ice time. I can absolutely promise you that. Okay? So what we're really talking about is how often McDavid and Leon play on nights in which it is not going the Oilers' way. Because most of I would say all of the coaches who have been here before have said, all right, break glass in case of emergency.
Sure.
Connor and Leon either play together or play more on separate lines. Okay?
Yep.
So really that's the first way in which we're going to evaluate Babcock is, does he say, no, other guys are going to get us back into the game? Or is he going to say, you know what, part of the reason we're behind 2-1 tonight is because Bush didn't tie up his guy in front, Connor won't go into the corners, and Leon has thrown 5 pucks away in the neutral zone. So that's how we're going to judge Babcock. Is he actually going to say, okay, screw it. Those guys are the reason we are behind, so I'm not going to trust them to get us back into the game. Because that's basically what happened. You know, there might be nights where those guys weren't playing great, but they still got rolled out there because we're the Oilers' best offensive players. I can't tell you for sure Mike Babcock is going to handle the bench that way because he's never coached these guys before. I'm sure practices might be different, accountability might be different, behind the scenes might be different. How is he going to handle the nights in which the Oilers aren't playing well? When they're flying and it's 5-2, 12 minutes left in the third, well, of course their ice time is going to come down. You know? Andrew says, you think no coach has ever said, hey, Leon, you need to back check once in a while? Now that a guy who hasn't won a round in over a decade is going to make a difference? Yeah, I mean, I get that for sure.
Library Pat, Oilers didn't lose the 2 finals exclusively because of coaching. Not enough goals. I agree with the perception that this is way too much blame being tossed on Knobloch. Bowman hasn't provided a deep enough team, yet he's still here.
He certainly is.
Library Pat also sent this, and he says, Glue Guy, you got to look at this. So I clicked on the link. Blue Jays Ernie Clement named All-Star after receiving most votes in American League.
Congratulations, Jay. That's awesome.
My guy.
All right. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. PlayAlberta.ca/EST, and look for the EST specials on the sports betting portion of the website. What is Jay's play of the day?
Jay's play of the day is Elks money line Austin Mack to score a touchdown at any point of the game. That has been boosted to plus 380.
All right. We're going to have Matthew Iwanek sliding in. Here's the Coob with the sports update.
Week 4 CFL action begins in Winnipeg when the 2-0 Elks face the 1-1 Bombers. Edmonton receiver Carter Kettle is in the lineup for tonight, while linebacker Brock Mogensen takes the spot of the injured Nick Anderson. Join Matt Iwanek, Jay Milne. They preview the matchup during the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. That goes live at 5:30 right here on EST. And 4 matches left on today's World Cup slate. Sweden in action against Japan at 5 o'clock. At that same time, it's Tunisia scoring off against the Netherlands. Later on, the United States meets Turkey as Paraguay draws Australia. In other news, the Avalanche have shipped 31-year-old Valerie Nichushkin to the Blue Jackets for a 2nd, 3rd, and 5th round selection. In the majors, it's the Jays and Rangers matching up for the first of 4 total games. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Mackenzie Gore countering for Texas. And just one game underway currently. Astros, Tigers runless midway through the first, while the Phillies and Nationals are warming up. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. Matt Iwanek slides in next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
Clip that, and we'll post that on social. Yeah. You will later. You can use this for that clip. Yeah. Holy crap! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins just made history. and we'll use that.
You have a great mind for social media.
Thank you.
You have a great mind.
Because that's the hook.
That's the hook. That is the hook.
We'll get him. Got him.
Okay.
I'm not telling you how to do your job.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Here's to the beautiful lakes and stunning landscapes Canada has to offer. And for the kayak, camping gear, and summer toys you use to enjoy them? Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Happy Canada Day.
Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. Portions of this hour presented by the Edmonton Elks. I recommend you check out goelks.com/tickets. The Elks' next home game is Thursday, July 9th at 7 against Ottawa. It's the Salute to Service game. They have 2 road games between now and then, including one tonight at 6:30 against the Blue Bombers of Winnipeg. And we will have the Green and Gold kickoff show presented by Commonwealth Stadium at 5:30. It is hosted by my colleague Jason Milne and the gentleman who joins us now here in the studio, the Chief Operating Officer here at Edmonton Sports Talk, Matthew Iwanek. Hello, Matthew.
Hi, Reid. I don't know how you work with these two right here. This guy's like touching him, like touching my cheek while I'm doing this. Coob's got like this massive bowl he could take a bath in, and he's eating a salad off of it. It's double your size of your head.
Coob, that salad could feed my whole family.
And then some.
I'm a hungry guy.
You have a party coming up. You need a bowl for it?
Yeah. And I'll bring the bowl. I'll bring the bowl. No salad. I'll bring the bowl.
No. You're bringing the bowl with salad.
Okay.
You could fit Coop the Corgi in that bowl.
My dog could fit in your bowl.
No, he'd probably be very comfortable in the bowl.
And then some.
I was giving you an aw shucks. Like.
I just don't know how you work with them, Reid. You're such a pro. You're such a pro.
Hey. Are you aware of some of the people I had to work with in the past? I mean, listen. Anyway, before we get into the Canadian football, how do you feel about World Cup football and Canada's performance yesterday and upcoming knockout stage showdown with South Africa?
Yeah, when you go into a match losing both your midfielders, don't have Alphonso Davies and don't have your best defender, right off the bat, you're going to be in a tough spot going up against the side like Switzerland. They're just good. They're strong. It was always going to be tough. When you don't have those guys, it makes it tougher. And really, I thought Canada played mostly well. You take away the 10 minutes to start the second half. And Canada was in it with Switzerland, and they had some really good chances late. Promise David's goal was outstanding.
Beautiful.
So it was good. But then there's the disappointment that they're not sticking in Vancouver, that they're not having the home crowd. And then we see the result of last night with South Africa taking down South Korea, and boom, much better opponent. Like whoever Switzerland is going to have to face, Canada's got an easier one now with South Africa. And then, after that, it's either going to be Netherlands or Morocco if you get that win. But like South Africa's 60-something, Algeria's 20-something, South Korea's 25. There's a chance it could be Belgium still for Switzerland. They're a top 10 nation. So it ended up working out rather nicely for Canada, even though that they will be the first ever host nation at a World Cup to play a match outside their country.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, they should have just said Canada plays in Vancouver in the round of 32. I don't know why they couldn't have done that.
The other thing they should have done, and I know Christian Jack talked about this yesterday on One Soccer, is they really, because Toronto has a round of 32 matches as well, they could have set up a schedule so that the runner-up of Canada's group goes to Toronto.
Right.
They could have set it up so Canada has one more home game. And if Mexico had finished second in their group, they could have had one more game in Mexico.
If Mexico was second, wouldn't have they stayed in Mexico, or does that team move on and move?
No, it would have been LA.
Well, they were
the same group. Same group, but like they should have done it differently.
It actually could have been Canada, Mexico
in LA.
In LA,
correct. So they should have said, because if you are a host nation, you generally get home matches.
Right.
And so they should have set it up in a better way, especially with Toronto already having a round of 32 match. In Mexico having a round of 32 match, they should have set it up in a better way.
Yeah, but this isn't a home nation World Cup.
They are called 3 host nations.
Home nations.
They're all hosts. They're all host nations. So that's the thing. And
but that's why it's probably different this year, because when it was in Qatar, that's one nation.
Well, yeah, and they're also. But when it was in Korea, Japan in 2002, no matter where Korea finished, they would have been on a side of a bracket. All those matches were in South Korea.
Gotcha.
And the other side was Japan. And I know most of these matches are going to the U.S. And I'm fine with that. And I'm fine if it would just be one match. But if Toronto is hosting a round of 32, that should have been the consolation for Canada. You couldn't stay in Vancouver on the West Coast. Now you have to travel to the East Coast, but you get to stay in Canada for at least one more. Whereas if you won and you stayed in Vancouver, you would have got 2.
Though I guess if it would have been Canada-Mexico,
they would have had it.
Mexico would have been saying, "Wait a minute, we should host it."
But that's where they should have moved the groups around.
Yeah, right.
They shouldn't have had it so that those two are
Canada,
meeting or
yeah,
something. We shouldn't have had 2 host nations
Canada
meeting in
should
a
have been
round of
Group F or
32
something
possibly.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
FIFA, but it's all about the U.S. money, and they spend more, and no one cares about Canada. And ultimately, this isn't a North American World Cup. It is the U.S. with help of Mexico and Canada.
In the pre-tournament world rankings, Canada's 30th and South Africa is 60th.
I see Bosnia 64 that.
64th.
But they were better coming into
Qatar
this.
Again?
Qatar's 90 something. Were they not?
Were they the worst team in the tournament?
Or were they better than that? Oh, maybe they're better than that.
Well, I thought New Zealand was the worst team in the tournament.
They might have been.
Where's New Zealand?
The ELO
New Zealand's
rankings.
85th.
The ELO rankings of South Africa is the 4th worst nation right now in the tournament.
Qatar is 56.
Okay.
So this will be...
That's weird because Bosnia is much better than Qatar. This is why the FIFA rankings are messed up.
Okay. All right. So that's Sunday at 1. You're not going to this one?
No.
You're not flying to LA?
No, I have
Driving to
tickets.
LA?
I have tickets.
You should hitchhike to LA.
No, I probably don't make it back if that's the case. I have my tickets. I got to wait for my tickets so I could sell them to some other Voyager or something, or figure out what I'm going to do with them. And they're not showing up in my app, so I'm waiting for that to happen.
Weird. Okay. Well, I hope.
But if they were in Vancouver, I was going to go.
You're not going to try and make money off of this?
I don't think I'm allowed to.
Why?
By who?
I don't think I'm allowed to sell it on FIFA resale market. Plus, they dropped. I don't know. I first am just worried about making sure I get my ticket. So then, otherwise, I'm going to have to be like, can I get my refund?
Facebook?
I know you can't sell tickets on Facebook. I thought maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All I know is tickets dropped significantly yesterday. I was on StubHub quickly looking after Canada, and it was $2,000 minimum. South Korea lost, and it dropped to $1,000. A lot of South Koreans in LA, and that's a big reason why it's big that it's South Africa, not South Korea. Is a big South Korean population in LA, and they were ready to show up to support their nation against Canada. But we get South Africa now. Bring it on! First ever round of 32 game ever at a World Cup is going to feature Canada history.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Never will have
never
happened.
been a round of 32 before.
Nope. So this will be history, Jay. History in the making. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and they're
Sunday.
still going to do. I loved how you showed me earlier. There are 495 possible combinations for third place teams.
Oh, I like there's only 154 left.
154 left. Oh, and it freezes my page. It's so complicated.
Of the 154, there was a point yesterday. There was X amount of combinations, and only one of them involved the U.S. not meeting Bosnia for their knockout game.
Oh, really?
And that one stayed alive. So, like every other scenario that's alive is U.S. will take on Bosnia, but there's one scenario that is out there out of all of those remaining that says that it's the U.S. taking on. I don't even know who it would be. It just wouldn't be Bosnia.
Yeah, Mexico, if they win, they would have another match in Mexico City. Then if they won that one, they'd go to Miami. Vancouver's getting Switzerland and somebody. And what is Toronto getting in the round of 32? Do we know yet? They're getting 2 second place teams.
The crazy part about that July 2nd game in Vancouver, it's 8 o'clock Pacific time. So if Canada had won the group, it was going to be a 9 o'clock game, 9 p.m. next Thursday.
Mountain time.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
11 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, that's crazy. All right. You and Milne got the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show coming up. Elks' last win in Winnipeg was 33-30 on June 14th, 2018. Double lightning delay.
Yep.
The game took almost 6 hours. Do you remember
Just
that?
after 1 o'clock, Hernan and I finished up our post-game show.
Oh, you were doing post?
We did pre and post, and I remember I started, because you said it was like ended just at 12:15 or something. I started my show going on air telling Hernan, I don't know if anyone's listening, so we don't know how long this is going to go, because we might just do like 20 minutes here. And then we got a bunch of messages like, no, I'm here, I'm listening. And like, oh, we'll do a full post-game show. Yeah. We'll do this. If you're here, we'll do it. I remember that one very much, because it was the double delay. I think that one Milt Stiegel got, there was a lightning flash and he got startled. It was a really good video. I think it might have been that one. No, and then it was because of that we can't do that anymore. They've put in time limits and stuff.
Oh, after an hour or whatever.
Yeah, then the game has to be called or things like that. But it was fun doing a post-game show that late, but also at the same time, it's like, ugh.
Okay, that game was delayed twice in the first half. Yeah. Twice in the second quarter. So now, Okay, before the 7:30 mark of the third quarter, if the total stoppage time is more than 3 hours, the game will be canceled. Based on historical data, teams will be awarded a victory if they were ahead by, so the Elks, I think, were ahead by 10, the second stoppage. So what they would have done in that time, they played each other again. So the next time they played, they would have played a 2-possession shootout, with each team starting at midfield. For each point scored prior to the weather delay, team would gain a yard through the opposition end zone. So I think it was 17-7, so Edmonton would have started on the 42.
How's this never happened yet?
Yeah, well, it'll happen.
I want to see this happen, just not tonight.
So they would have done this mini game to decide the previous game, and then figured out from there. Game. Yeah, that's crazy.
No, that was a wild game because also they had a delay the week prior to Edmonton. I believe they were in Edmonton, or it was the week after. They had like back-to-back delays that season.
Yeah, they might have. All right, who's key tonight? What do you think?
Well, I think what's going to be fun is it's the key is both running backs. I think that's the feature of both of those sides. You've got Justin Rankin for the Edmonton Elks, who's on pace for 3,800 all-purpose yards or whatever it is this season, and then you got Brady Oliveira, who's like he leads the way. He is who Justin Rankin's trying to surpass as the superstar and top running back of this game. He's a dual threat, receiving and rushing. So it's going to come down to both those D lines. The Elks, the Elks have struggled themselves with the running game. Week 1, Daniel Adebayo, he had almost 100 yards. He had 81 yards and a touchdown, I believe it was, for Ottawa in that first game. Last week, Travis Theis, he had over 90 yards rushing. So the Edmonton Elks are going to have to do a good job because they're going up against a true feature back. Whereas the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they got Jake Seresna looking for revenge against his old club. They got Willie Jefferson. But I know you've looked at the stats, and that D-line hasn't started off well stopping the run. And they're going up against probably the best running back right now in the Canadian Football League.
Yeah, Winnipeg has given up 171 yards per game rushing.
Through 2 games.
That's not good.
But still.
But Brady Oliveira is a different animal, and the Elks have given up over 100 yards per game rushing.
Yeah.
So, the Elks defense in total has given up 225 yards in 2 games on the ground. Now, last week, that was Davis Alexander. He had quite a few rushes, right? At least 2 or 3 that were for big plays for first downs. Zach Collaros is not going to beat you with his legs.
No,
so
if he does, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, beat them with the legs last year, actually.
Well, and that game-winning touchdown drive, if you can believe that.
Got by Niles Morgan.
He did. Wow, good memory, Matthew. Look, I think the Elks can win this game on the interior, both offensive line and defensive line. If the offensive line, Winnipeg's already had issues with gap control defensively. If Justin Rankin can hit some of these gaps, if he gets through and he's into the second level, A, he's very hard to tackle, and B, he's fast. The speed of him is incredible. So if the O-line can open up some gaps for Justin Rankin, he could go off again tonight. But defensively, to me, I'm thinking Malik Carney, this is a great time and place and game to make your presence known. Now, he was double-teamed all week last game. So if he's getting double-teamed again, then the Jared Brakeman's of the world, the Robbie Smiths of the world, step up.
Yeah, I'd really like Robbie Smith to step up.
Okay, looking forward to the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show.
Thank you, Reid. I appreciate that.
At 5:30. If you're on YouTube this afternoon, do not delay any longer. Click the thumbs up. We're at 70. We need 30 thumbs in half an hour. Let's do it. You can do it. There are enough people in there. If you're on iHeart or TuneIn, you have a second to pop over and give the YouTube thumbs up. That would be awesome. 5 o'clock break. We still have buying or selling for Damon Bunting and words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Sentinel Storage presents.
Hi, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. Soccer is the world's game. The stadium is packed. To see it, to feel it, that's when I knew that we were on the right path to becoming a soccer nation.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Week 4 CFL action begins out in Winnipeg when the 2-0 Elks face the 1-1 Bombers. Join Matt Iwanek, Jay Milne as they preview the matchup during the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. They go live in about 25 minutes right here and only here on EST. 4 matches left on today's World Cup slate. 6 minutes into action, Netherlands leading Tunisia 1-0. Also underway, it's Sweden and Japan. They're knotted at zeros 5 minutes into play. In other news, the Avalanche, they've shipped 31-year-old Russian Valery Nichushkin to the Blue Jackets for a 2nd and 3rd round pick, as well as a 5th round selection. And the majors, the Jays and Rangers, are just about to get underway, starting a 4-game series. Kevin Gausman on the bump for Toronto. Mackenzie Gore countering there for Texas. Right now, midway through the second, the Astros Tigers are runless while the Phillies trail the Nationals 1-0 bottom first inning. We also see the Cubs warming up against the Mets while the Yankees are getting set to take on the Red Sox. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The third and final hour of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. You can text 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has a happy hour Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottle and draft, import and domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine, served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. rivercreeresort.com. Find out more about all their great shows coming up as well. Email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. You can post in the nasty chat on YouTube, chat with us and with your fellow listeners. And of course, give us the thumbs up on YouTube If you have not done so already, subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk. If you have not done so already, 20 thumbs to get to 100. You got 20 minutes to do it. So get in there and click if you have not done so already. Oh, wow. That's a quick start for Netherlands.
2 goals in the first 7 minutes.
Not bad. Not bad. Quick start against Tunisia they're playing?
In rainy Kansas City.
Oh, is it raining? I couldn't tell. Okay.
Looks like it is.
Elks game coming up at 6:30. Jay and Matt have the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show starting at the bottom of the hour. I'm cutting out early today. I'm sliding down the dinosaur's neck and straight into my vehicle.
You going to stick around and watch the game with us, Reid?
I am not.
Okay.
Buying or selling presented by Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. All right, you want to go first? We said we would just have fun today. Well, okay. We usually try to have fun, but... Okay, buying or selling?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. You go.
Well, you weren't going.
Sorry. I just saw something that was...
Is it a squirrel running around a tree?
No.
Is it a dog? Is it a dog with a fluffy tail?
No. Do you know what a bomb pop is?
No. Selling.
National Bomb Pop Day.
All right, what is that?
It's a popsicle in a rocket shape, and it's got the red, white, and blue.
Okay.
Like, I thought those were rockets.
That must be American calling it a bomb
it's got to
pop,
be for
right?
it's got to be for
Like that.
independent. Oh, those things.
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Well, it's National Bomb Pop Day.
Okay.
Are you a popsicle fan?
No.
If you're having a treat on a stick, what is it?
On a stick? I'd just have like a Revel or something.
A Revel. Like that's just chocolate? Oh no, chocolate shell
the
with
crispy
the
chocolate
ice cream.
with the vanilla in the middle.
Right.
That's a Revel, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't it spelled Revello or something?
I've always called them Revels.
Right. Me too.
Okay. Yeah, popsicles are fine, but I'm not a huge popsicle guy.
I've never
It's just flavored ice.
I know. I've never found the allure of a popsicle. Like, I don't get it.
So no snow cones or anything like that? No
it's ice.
freezies?
No, it's just ice.
I might as well just roll around in my freezer.
I want the cream, baby.
Just don't shut the door.
Yeah. Give me the cream, baby.
Little creamsicle. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, it's different with the ice cream actually on it. But yeah,
Buying or selling, Reid? Have we received too much rain?
Well, the farmers need it.
I don't know. In fact,
I think we probably have.
I've seen farmers, because right now is about the time you'd start spraying for weeds and whatnot.
Right.
And the fields are getting destroyed.
Yeah, I think it's probably too much rain. And I don't know a lot about how the agriculture industry works, but I would think that as much as they want rain, there might be a point where it's too much. I feel bad for golfers and golf courses.
Yeah.
It's a pretty short season here. We've already had the day with the most daylight. It rained all day. I think I said it on air. I flipped my fireplace on for a little bit on Sunday. I assume probably outdoor. Well, you had activities canceled because fields were wet with the flag football. Things like that.
It was awful.
Yeah.
So we've reached the point. Like, we're good.
Yeah. And now there's more this weekend, and I think it's 3 to 6 centimeters, which I don't think is a ton, but there's flooding concerns just because there's always so much moisture in the water, or in the ground, I should say.
And there's
always moisture in the water.
Good point.
In Beaumont and St. Albert and stuff, they have a water usage warning too. I think because of the rain, perhaps.
Well, that one always sewage backup and stuff.
Exactly. And I've experienced that at my house. Not a good time. Not a good time at all. Even my neighbor, it's too much. Stop raining on my parade.
If you want to come over to my house and shower, you can, Coop.
Thank you.
If you need water.
Oh, well, I appreciate that greatly. Maybe I can bring you
He'll give you a small cup you can pour over your head.
and only fill it up from the tap too.
Yes.
Well, I'd bring you a freezy if I came to shower, but I know you don't like those.
Don't bother.
Okay.
Buying or selling? You're fine with Canada's World Cup. Even if they lose on Sunday, you're going to be like, you know what, it was good. They made the round. They won a game 6-0. I'm good with it.
I'm selling that, Reid. I'm selling that. This team has looked good. This team is not, we should be happy with getting to the elimination stage. I just feel like that wouldn't be doing justice for this team. And given the opponent, South Africa, I mean, Canada's favored.
Yeah. Well, if they're 30 spots ahead in the pre-tournament rankings, for whatever that's worth.
Right. So go on, Canada. Give it a, get to the round of 16.
Yeah, I do think with this question, you have to take the opponent into consideration. Like if they would have drawn, I don't know how it would have worked, but if you draw Spain or somebody like that, okay, maybe that's different.
Sure.
Maybe it's like, okay, we know that's going to be tough, but this is a very winnable game for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, wouldn't that be something, Reid? Because you never know.
That'd be amazing.
Once you get to the round of 16, who would, can you put that or look at that and see who that might be?
It's not determined yet.
So it's not.
Oh, okay. Sorry. They'll play, if Canada wins, they would play either Morocco or the winner of Group F, which I think would be determined tonight. Group F. Oh, this is the group that's playing right now. Netherlands.
So probably Netherlands.
Japan, Sweden, and Tunisia. Well, Japan's also +4 in the goal differential. So we got to see what happens. Yeah. So if Canada beats South Africa and then went up against the Netherlands and lost, I would say, you know what? That's a good World Cup. You got another one for me, or are we going to break?
Well, Stove says the farmers do not need any more rain. Norm says it can stop for 3 weeks. Need to make hay now. That's true.
Good, yeah.
Usually farmers are cutting hay early July. Mad at the Garrison. The Garrison doesn't need any more rain. Go away.
Yeah, we got to go golfing there. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. It's 5:15. If you are on YouTube and have not given us the thumbs up, do it post haste. And we got words of the day next. Here's Coop.
The Elks are in action for Week 4, looking to improve to 3-0 on the season when they challenge the Bombers at 6:30. Edmonton receiver Carter Kettle is in the lineup. Linebacker Brock Mogensen takes a spot to start over the injured Nick Anderson. Join Manawana Jay Milne as they preview the matchup during the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show. They go live at the bottom of the hour, 5:30 right here on EST. And 4 matches left on today's World Cup slate. Netherlands leading 2-0 over Tunisia, taking that lead in the 7th minute, currently in the 16th minute. At that same time, Japan and Sweden are deadlocked at zeros. In the NHL, it was the Avalanche shipping 31-year-old Russian Valery Nichushkin to the Blue Jackets for a second-rounder, third-rounder, and fifth-round selection. Over to baseball, the Jays Rangers in action for their series opener, the first of 4 total games. Texas up 1-0, top of the first inning. At that same time, Cubs, Mets, they're runless. Yankees, Red Sox in that same situation. Well, the Nationals have a 4-0 lead on the Phillies, top of the second inning. The final segment of the Reid Wilkins Show brings us back following the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
One shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
The oil stream.
Connor Murphy gets basically almost the exact same deal as Dickinson, but $100,000 more. I do like the idea of Murphy going in and saying, "What's Dickinson getting?" Well, I want 4.1. It's kind of funny how
100,000 more.
It's sort of worked out.
Going online, seeing the immediate reaction.
What has the reaction been like?
I've seen a lot of people that have been like, "This is awesome."
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know. Are we on?
All you ever do.
Is this North
I can
Shore?
harmonize with myself on the radio.
That's pretty good.
Mom, I made it.
That's really good. Which song is this again?
Sellout Queen.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Reid.
I thought it was Beautiful Goodbye.
Ah, good guess.
Does it sound similar to this?
They all sound the same, Reid.
Words of the Day presented by the Edmonton Public Library. Only 1 week left to take advantage of early bird pricing for EPL's after-hours escape room adventure, Locked Library, The Bookcase. Whether you're a puzzle pro or just looking for a one-of-a-kind night out, Locked Library offers suspense and unforgettable fun in one of Edmonton's most iconic spaces. Don't miss this event on Saturday, July 25th at the Stanley A. Milne Library. Early bird pricing ends on June 30th. Get your tickets at epl.ca/locked library.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
First word of the day, cavalcade.
Cavalcade. All right. C-A-V-A-L-C-A-D-E. Cavalcade. And I believe this refers to a great amount and a great variety of something. Like a cavalcade of riches. I'm not correct.
What did you say?
This refers to a great amount and a great variety of something, such as a cavalcade of riches.
I can't give you that. Well, maybe I'll give you the definition. Let's work this out together.
Give me the sentence.
You want the sentence?
Well, you said I'll give you the definition.
Well, I think you're close, but all right, I'll give you the sentence. Since the high-powered console's debut last year, video game companies have steadily unveiled a cavalcade of new games that showcase its groundbreaking graphics.
Oh, okay, so it's not necessarily a great variety then. It's more just like a great, a constant stream of something.
Yeah, okay, sure. Cavalcade most often refers to a series of related things.
Oh, really? That's the exact... Okay.
An older meaning, which is still in use, is a possession of riders or carriages. Vehicles or ships in a procession can be referred to as a cavalcade.
Oh, right, okay.
So I don't think you got that.
No, I didn't. Well, I knew that it meant like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I know. It wasn't fair. I apologize, Reid. Second word of the day, quail.
That's not the word.
It is.
Quail.
Quail.
Quail. We started the show with me doing the Simpsons play-by-play call. There was a Simpsons episode where they went to a Springfield, what was the baseball team? The Springfield
Isotopes.
Springfield Isotopes game. And Marge was walking along the fence, and one of the outfielders said to the other outfielder, "Hey Lou, check out the mature quail in Section F," or something like that. I don't think that's what this is being referred to here.
Correct.
A quail is a type of wild bird.
Well, no, it's a word as well.
Oh, it's not the bird?
To quail. It's a verb.
Did I spell it right?
You spelled it right. Sorry. Yeah.
To quail. So this is not the bird. This is a verb.
This is a verb.
I better take a sentence. I did not know.
Although giving a 5-minute speech was a requirement for passing the class, a few students quailed at the thought of public speaking, seeming to shirk or shrink behind their desks.
They were nervous about it. They felt uneasy about it.
To quail is to feel afraid and often to show your fear in a way that can clearly be seen.
To feel afraid, not necessarily nervous. So I didn't really get it.
2 point. Let's go 2 point. Javon Leak out of 4.
Okay.
2.22 out of 4.
2.22.
Yeah, not bad.
Not great.
Not great.
All right, Jay's sticking around. Matthew Wannock's coming into the studio here. Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold kickoff show starts at 5:30. On behalf of Zachary Kubis and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy the Elks and the Bombers.